What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Savage Over Average podcast, the podcast where we teach you how to be a fucking unleash your fucking inner beast. I'm your host right here, Robert, and I'm right here with
Martin's in the house, you guys. Thank you for being on here.
Yes, sir.
And Lupe, what's up, guys?
Yes, sir. And we got this idea. So what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna put a word on the board,
Yeah.
and we're just gonna conversate about it, talk about our opinions, our point of views on it, and see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Let us know how you guys like it, and give us some fucking feedback. Right? So the word of today is going to be entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So-
Entrepreneurship, you guys.
Yeah.
To me, it's a big word. Well, it's a 16 letter word, right? So, I mean, learn how to spell it.
That is a big ass word.
Learn how to spell it. Entrepreneur.
The thing too is growing up, I didn't know what the fuck that meant, dog. I
Right.
probably barely learned like 4 or 5 years ago.
You probably don't know how to spell it still.
You don't know how to spell
I don't. I'll be honest.
it. Yeah.
I gotta sound it out.
Yeah.
Shit
But
happens.
so what does it mean to you? Or because
To me, man, it just means pretty much like being able to do what you want, when you want, where you want, and as long as you want.
okay,
That's the way I see it because you can be an employee
yeah,
or you could be an entrepreneur, and an entrepreneur to me is business.
okay.
Is either creating a business, doing a business.
When
or
when did you learn the word? Because like I said, like I didn't know growing up.
you know what? Yeah, you're right. I as a high school, like probably late high school.
Yeah.
It's probably when I like started learning about entrepreneurship and that stuff. I wish I would have known it earlier.
Yeah.
Honestly.
What about you?
I want to say probably elementary school. I heard
Get
it.
the fuck out
Swear to
of here.
God.
This was said elementary.
Swear to God. Swear to God.
Get the fuck out. What was that, a couple years ago and shit? This was said elementary.
Swear to
school.
God, way. I swear.
What elementary you go to, dog?
Parkview Elementary, El Monte.
My bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
say it right. Not El Monte, El Monte.
They're ahead of the fucking school system
Yeah,
over there,
Shit,
dog.
man. Gotta put our kids out there.
We were doing
I didn't learn about till I was like 27.
Bro,
and shit.
hold on. Let me speak. Hold on. Before you get all judgmental.
said elementary.
Yeah, we were doing a project. And-
Lemonade stand.
No, a project. It was like a someone you look up to.
Okay.
So I was brought by my dad.
Yeah.
But then they're like, oh, why you look up to him? And then I start telling them why. And they're like, oh, well, your dad sounds like an entrepreneur. And I was like, what? I didn't know what it was, but that's when I heard the word.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it took a while for me to actually figure out what it was. But when I first heard it, that's when I heard it. So
That's
it
where
was-
you remember your first.
Yeah, the first time hearing it.
And how's he an entrepreneur? What was he doing at the time that?
Oh, he was a business owner.
Okay.
So he was a business owner at the time. So he had like a couple stuff going on, a couple gigs here and there, and he had a business. So I was writing about him. So that's when the word popped up.
Oh, okay.
So I said that's when I first heard it.
So it's kind of like some career day type of thing, but like an essay, right?
It was just who do you look up to? Like who do you
Okay.
look up to and why? Kind of like who's your hero, I guess basically.
Yeah.
And that's how I started. And the teacher's like, oh, it sounds like your dad's an entrepreneur. And I was like,
The fuck?
Yeah, I was
What
like,
you say? What you say about my
yeah, I was
dad?
like, oh, yeah, wait, what? yeah, pretty much. And I was like, oh yeah, pretending I knew what it meant, but I didn't know what it meant.
All
so
right.
it took a while to actually.
Oh, so that's the first time you heard it, but you
Yeah.
still didn't. When did you learn what it meant?
Probably like middle school. Probably in middle school. I want to
Okay.
say. So
Damn, I'm late to the party, dog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I knew about like not just looking back, like lemonade stands. You know what I mean? That right there is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Young entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Kids selling Hot Wheels. I saw. I think it was Gary Vee pulled up on some kids.
Yeah.
These kids were selling Hot Wheels. He's like, these are the next entrepreneurs.
So what do you think is like the difference between entrepreneurs and like a side hustle? It's kind of the same shit, or I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, let's see. A side hustle. I mean, depends on what kind of side hustle because it could be you can have a part-time job.
Because somebody could do a lemonade stand every weekend or tacos, and it's like, is it
Yeah.
entrepreneurship or is it a side hustle?
Yeah,
You
it's
get what I'm saying?
yeah, no, it just depends. It
I think
depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, I think
How
it's
big they want to get it, or
and I
what?
think it's a level. It's an entry level of entrepreneurship. It's a starting
Okay.
packet. Maybe they don't even know it yet. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? To them, it's just an extra stream of income.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just giving themselves a job. And like I said, maybe somebody works a full time and then they go get a part time job.
Yeah.
That to me is a side hustle because now you know what I mean. You got your full time and you got your part time and you're side hustling on your part time.
Yeah.
But entrepreneurship to me it means more like something that you're creating.
Okay.
So a problem that you're solving.
Yeah.
That's more my aspect.
What about you? What you think?
To me, I think entrepreneurship is more of again with him. I'm kind of on the business side, except for on difference of him was more of you do whatever you want when you want. As to me, it's more of an entrepreneur doesn't have a choice; they have to do it. they have to show up every day. They have to work every day. And even like when everything is either at the top, at their peak, they still have to show up. If you listen to a lot of like people that are considered entrepreneurs by other people, they're like, oh, there is no holidays, there is no weekends, there is no nights, because you call, they have to show, you know. So I think that's a little bit where I see a little difference than he does on entrepreneur, but again, along the lines of still business.
Yeah.
Someone that's in business. But entrepreneurs can be, I think, in anything though. Any field, because some people don't want to be business owners, or they don't want to have a business, but they want to be entrepreneurs in their field. They want to discover something, you know, I don't know, the cure for something. They could be an entrepreneur in that, you know, but not have a business. Mm-hmm. So that's, to me, an entrepreneur is just someone that has a goal and they're going to strive to get it, and they're going to, even if it means them having to innovate different, you know, routes to get to what they want to get, that's what an entrepreneur does. Having to work.
So you're saying
extra.
though somebody could work at like a big business, work there, and be an entrepreneur for there, or what do you mean?
No, yeah, like let's say pharmaceutical. Someone is gonna start. They want to discover, I don't know, the cure for something.
Yeah.
They will put their effort into it, and that's an entrepreneur. They're gonna do that, even though it's like they work there, but no one is telling them, hey, you have to go above and beyond. Where they're like, I want to do this. This is how I get there. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find this cure. Yeah, they work for somebody, but in the end, they're trying to achieve a goal. Because some people don't want to be business owners. I mean, it's the reality of some people don't want to. I know plenty of people that are like, oh, I don't want to own a business.
I think a lot of people do want it too, but they don't realize how much work it is.
That
I mean,
too.
I don't know how much work it is, but I can only imagine. And hearing people fucking that have one, you know what I'm saying? That's just a lot more than what they make it out to seem and shit.
Yeah, because again, everybody usually just sees
You're the boss calling the shots and all this shit.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, how'd you get to be the boss?
Yeah.
What did you do? I mean, some people, you know, get there because they were born in the right place.
Yeah.
But
or they made the right moves at the right time.
Yeah. But for some people, they have to, you know, work their way there. So sometimes you're like, oh, that's just the boss, and it's like, well, he, you know, had to work late shifts, extra hours, more, had to come on the weekends, had to come in on holidays, and all that stuff. So, what about you?
What do you mean? What about me?
Yeah, what's your like definition of entrepreneur? You didn't describe one.
Oh, kind of like what you guys said, business, but I don't see it how you said, like if they work for an organization or like a business corporation, and they're like trying to get that goal. I don't really see that as entrepreneurship. I see it as like they're like a good worker, or like they excel in their field,
right?
But like I see entrepreneurship as like they're doing their own thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the fucking
no. I mean,
like I said, I just learned, but I see it as like more they're doing their own thing. And like we were saying about the side hustle, I see the side hustle kind of like a entrepreneurship, like you said, and they don't even know they're doing it. Like I know a lot of family members that be selling food or doing certain shit, and they don't even like growing up. You know, my dad did a lot of shit too, and I didn't even. It was just like a side, like extra money. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I think we never were taught the word and shit. You never know how to scale a business up. We don't. I never knew anybody growing. I never knew anybody having a business and growing it when we were younger. You know what I'm saying?
You got to have systems to grow a business. And like, for example, I don't completely agree with the way he was saying, like kind of how you're saying. Yeah. Because to me, entrepreneurship is being your own boss, not having a boss telling you when you can call off or when you have to be there. Yeah. When you're a boss, bro, you control your time management. Yeah. And you have to be really good at it. Because obviously you do, when you know there's duty to be done. There's you got to go through the gutter. You got to do the grind work. You got to do the work that nobody else wants to do. Yeah. So you have to set an example. You know what I mean? You have to lay the foundation, and most of the time it's you doing it. Because most of the time when you start entrepreneurship, you don't have employees. Yeah. You're starting by yourself. And then you get maybe the closest relative or a trusted homie. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be able to manage yourself, set a good example. Lay out the foundation, set up systems in place where you can bring in the newest person and they can just continue right where you left off. Yeah. They know what to do every single day because they already know what you do every single day. Yeah. So it's kind of like one of those things you can't ask somebody to do something that you're not doing. And entrepreneurship, man, like just depending on what field you're in, but the field that I'm choosing, I can work from my phone on Wi-Fi as long as I got internet. I can be in any state, any country, and still operate through phone call, text message, Zoom call. Like you said, there's Teams now. You know the Teams app where you can gather a group of people together and just talk about business. You know what I mean? So That's more entrepreneurship for me. And that's why I say, like, you know what I mean, being where you want, with who you want, and the time that you want to be there.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when I went to Puerto Rico, I was there for almost a month, and we were still generating business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't have to be in California, in San Bernardino, or, you know, wherever you conduct business at to be able to operate and do transactions.
So what was it, or what is the business like, if you don't mind us asking? Like in Puerto Rico or whatever.
No, so I'm in medical sales.
Okay.
I'm an independent distributor for a medical company. We produce the best water in the world, and you can literally set it up in your kitchen sink. We teach people how to get healthy, how to make their finances grow, and how to grow mentally. And we have systems in place where we can help anybody in the world.
Yeah.
Like everything that we already have, it's already translated in Portuguese and Spanish and Italian. Like every language that you can think of, we already have that in place. So it's an automatic system for us. That's it's kind of like plug and play.
Yeah.
Like you just plug in and you can play because everything's already organized. So that right there is one of the best businesses that I've ever been involved with because it's low cost. There's no overhead. I don't have to be paying a shop or a retail place and having to pay for the sign, having to pay for rent, having to pay for electricity and all that stuff. So there's no overhead costs. And we're simply doing transactions by helping people all over the world. And it's very simple the way we do it. We share the product, we share the information about the product, we share videos, and we jump on a phone call.
Yeah.
And then they decide that, you know, what's best for their family.
So is that kind of like sales? Is like sales entrepreneurship? I don't know.
Well,
Because you kind of said like sell a product.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think anything is sales.
Okay.
Anything in life is sales to me because, for example, if you want to have your wife agree with you on buying the new car that you want to buy, you have to sell her on it, right? So you have to sell her on it. The kids are the greatest salespeople. Why? Because they cling on to you, right? And they're like, come on, Dad. You're going to get that pretty soon. Come on, Dad. Please, come on, Dad. Yeah. And they won't stop until they get what they want. So they're the greatest salesperson in the world. So that's why salespeople, you have to always have that inner child. You always have to go for the yes and find a way to get a yes to create a transaction. So I think the world runs on sales, on transactions, on everything in every aspect. You know what I mean? Like from Walmart, look at Amazon. They're selling, but they don't have overhead. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like now they got warehouses and stuff to keep, but there's not like an actual store where you have to walk in there and they have to rely on people to walk in there.
Pay employees.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I don't know if that answered your question.
Yeah, kind of. What do you think, though? Is sales entrepreneurship? Are they the same? Or? Well, because he said they're different, right? Or not? Yeah, you said they're different.
I think it just depends on how he's going to end up, what he's going to do with that. Because he right now, he works for somebody. But if he's planning to branch out on his own or, you know, do his thing, then, yeah, it can be on considered entrepreneurship. It just depends on what his end goal is going to be. I don't know his end goal. Yeah. But if he's, you know, selling the product, he's selling, and he's working his way to something. So
that's true.
It can be considered entrepreneurship.
Yeah, because we're building, for example, with us, we're working for a company that's 50 years old. Imagine like jumping into like Apple or Amazon or Walmart before it became big. Yeah. And you're like an investor and a distributor. And now the way we work is I become a distributor and it's my own business. So I can clock in whenever I want. I can put in whatever I put in, the effort I put in, that's the outcome I'm going to get. So the more I do, the more I get. And it's building your own business. You're literally building like kind of like McDonald's, you know, when you can buy McDonald's franchises. Do you think that's an entrepreneur if you buy a McDonald's franchise? Yeah. Okay, so the same thing with us. Every time we sell a machine, every time we help a family out, we build a franchise. Yeah. And anything that franchise does, you also make money. So that's where passive income comes in. So let's just say, like, if I buy a McDonald's franchise out here in Fontana, and then that McDonald's franchise in Fontana starts selling 1,000 hamburgers a day, I'm going to get paid from those 1,000 hamburgers a day.
Yeah.
And I don't have to be there. So that's the same thing that how my business operates. So the more people I help, the bigger my group, the bigger my team gets, more passive income will come. So I don't have to trade my time for money.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing about entrepreneurship, trading your time for money. Like, you don't have to be somewhere clocked in and they tell you how much you're worth hourly versus not having a cap and doing everything you can and just making unlimited amounts of money.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we all have the same time every single day, 24 hours. And
have you heard people say, though? I heard that time. What is it? Time for money, or
yeah, trading your time for money.
Yeah, and then I heard some people say it's false. It's like a false perception. Have you heard that?
No.
Nah, I heard somebody say that. Like, it's not true. It's like they're trying to sell you on some shit. Like, no matter what, your time is gonna be.
Your time?
Yeah, like your time is gonna have some type of cap on it, some type of money on it. Even if some people are way higher, 10,000 a fucking day or whatever, but there's still something on it.
I don't think there is, bro. No.
Why is that?
Because I think you can build it, what you can build. There's no limit.
But I don't know.
For example, if you go work at AutoZone, they're only going to pay you $17 an hour. Let's just say, right? And they're only going to give you 6 to 8 hours a day. So you're capped.
Yeah.
Right. But in those 6 to 8 hours, if I can make 100 phone calls, let's just say, and I can close 90 of those 100 phone calls, the outcome is much greater in those 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I have a friend that she used to work at a bar. And what she used to make in 3 to 4 months at the bar, she's now making every 3 weeks with us.
Yeah.
Every month with us. And not having to leave her home. She's not having to pay for a babysitter. Not having to use gas.
Yeah.
Not having to be in traffic. You know what I'm saying? So the way we do it, it's a home-based business. So you can, as long as you got Wi-Fi and the will to do it and help people out, that's how we make money. Yeah. So that's one route of entrepreneurship.
I think that's just like dope as fuck how people do that shit nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How they could fucking like do everything off the internet and make all their livelihood basically.
Yeah.
But I don't know, something like, to me, I guess entrepreneurship, the way I always seen it was like somebody building some shit from themselves, or like Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker go on there and make the deal, their own company. To me, that's like, I guess, like authentic, or like to the core, or like OG
from the ground up.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because then if somebody's selling other shit, it's kind of like they could only make so much on it, or it could only go so big, right? Because they're still with that company.
So you're saying they can't really outwork the person that made the product.
The person,
like they can't out.
Yeah, in a way, kind of.
In the end, it's still their product, like the other person.
Because you see Shark Tank, they're like the
they're
CEOs of all their shit.
Yeah, they're their own person.
That's a dope ass show, by the way. You guys watch that shit?
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah, fucking nerd out on that shit, dog. Learn all types of new fucking lingo. That's where I learned the entrepreneurship shit too.
8 out of 10 entrepreneurs fail in business.
Yeah.
Why? Because they, like you're saying, like they have to create a product, they have to market the product, they have to advertise the product. All that shit's hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's very
I just
hard.
think that,
but I think that's part of being an entrepreneur.
most people want to do it, but they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It goes back to like the diet. Like, they want to look good, they want to lose the weight, but they don't really want to do what it takes.
So it sounds to me like entrepreneurship and a business owner are two different things.
Like, yeah, I think so.
Does that make sense?
Kind of, yeah.
So your route is to just from the way you're saying and the way he's saying.
My interpretation of
like
what
your
I
interpretation in like you're like talking about an entrepreneur, and the way he kind of said it was more of a business owner. Like because he said, "Oh, open your own franchise for McDonald's" earlier, but like he said, it's already the work's done. If you have the money,
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
If you have the money,
it's kind of like you said. It's like
if you have the money,
it's like a cookie cutter. Everything's they have the kitchen set up how they want.
Yeah,
the table set up, the menu set up. But like, say Joe's down the street, Joe actually owns the fucking taco spot,
and
and there's not another one like it. That's kind of different, I think, right?
Yeah. So like I said, I think so
I see it different.
So I think your interpretation is an entrepreneur, someone that's like is like basically from the bottom up. You build your business, you build your brand, you grind the whole way through.
Yeah, kind of.
And as for him, it's a business owner. Like he's talking more about a business owner because I mean, I'm not saying he's not an entrepreneur. I'm just saying it sounds for him he's describing a business owner.
Yeah.
Like,
And I agree what he was
Yeah.
what he's saying too.
Yeah.
Like to
Yeah.
me,
I don't know.
that's-
I barely learning all this
yeah,
shit.
to me that's a OG entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Like you're saying,
it's like
Shark
different
Tank.
levels, I guess, right?
Yeah, like Shark Tank.
Yeah.
When you're like, I'm like, the times I would see it, I'm like, dude, how didn't I think of that?
No shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so many great ideas, and I have so many other great ideas too. But it takes a lot to
Yeah.
really make those happen. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like I have maybe at least like a good handful of ideas where I'm like, damn, man, like this could be cracking. You know, if I only had the funds and everything to
Yeah.
really like put it all together. So that aspect, entrepreneurship, you know, it's a hard one.
But I think that's what adds so much value to it, or that's what makes
Yeah.
it so like dope.
Yeah.
so that's what differentiates an entrepreneur from a business owner.
For me,
Yeah, from a
like
business
when,
owner.
Like when someone says that, that's why it's like you look at the person kind of different. I do.
I can see it.
I look at them like,
see
damn,
it.
motherfucker must have grinded this and that. But then if I found out like they bought a McDonald's, it's kind of like that's just still dope as fuck. It's still probably a grind, but it's different than I look at Joe right here opening this shit up
And then making another
hiring
one.
shit.
Making another one. Making
Yeah,
another one.
to me, he probably went through a lot of different. Maybe I'm wrong. He went through a lot of different struggles, and then what if they open like 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them?
I think it also comes down to your vision, or like what again? Because your vision basically. Because some people like Joe. You said Joe, right?
Joe,
Yeah. Joe is.
Shout out to Joe.
Yeah, shout out to Joe.
What up,
Wherever you
Joe?
are,
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah,
Joe's
yeah.
Burgers. Where are we at?
What's
We're
up,
talking
Joe?
tacos.
We want
We
some
said Joe's
tacos,
tacos.
homie.
Joe's Tacos.
Yeah.
We want some tacos,
So-
Joe. Let's get them.
Yeah.
Joe is here because he has a product, a food that he believes in, right?
Yeah.
This is my burrito. This is I fucking live by, right?
Yeah.
So his point is to reach as many people as he can to try the burrito. That's his goal.
Yeah.
Not the monetary compensation. As
Yeah.
where someone that's trying to just have a business, their thing is monetary compensation all the way. So sometimes when you follow your goal, like that burrito, sometimes you open up it turns into something else. If your product is as good as you say you are, you'll get the people.
Yeah.
But Joe's focused on getting his burrito out there.
Yeah.
He's not worried about, oh shit, I'm gonna become the next millionaire.
Yeah.
He's focused about, hey, I want you to try my fucking burrito because
Yeah.
this is my burrito. I made it.
Yeah.
As where McDonald's again, it's already established.
Numbers,
It's already
yeah.
established. Is numbers,
Yeah.
and it depends again what you're going for. You want to be a business
And
owner.
nobody's ever been to McDonald's, I don't think, and said this is the best fucking burger I've ever had.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So it's already established. It's there. It's that golden arch. Everybody knows the golden arch, right? So again, Joe's focus is to sell that burrito, but McDonald's is just to say, hey, this is your number. You got to reach, like your quota.
Yeah.
This is what you got to reach.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's easy to open a McDonald's because you got to have a couple
Yeah. Yeah.
$1,000 saved
shit-
up.
Yeah, that's a big accomplishment too.
But it's different
Yeah.
because, like you said, you're avoiding all the work that comes with it. Because as soon as you fucking have a McDonald's, everybody knows it's going to show up because it's McDonald's.
You don't have to do the marketing.
You don't have to
too
do the
much.
marketing, and
Yeah.
it's like an easy way, I guess, to get to what you're trying to get to.
Because you don't have to do the sales, you don't have to make the phone calls
Yeah.
or do the ordering. Like most all that shit's already like you said. It's like a cookie cutters. Bam.
Yeah.
it's done.
And again, it's what your goal is. You want your burrito to be known, or you just want to make money. Again, it just
Yeah.
comes.
And they're both good. They're both cool.
And I believe too, like when you're chasing your goal, when you're chasing your entrepreneurship purpose,
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Like they recommend, don't chase the money, chase your passion. You know what I mean? Chase your passion, what makes you happy, and all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, like that's probably what entrepreneurship is: doing what you like to
Yeah.
do and getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? At the same time. But I got something here that you can choose a life of ease and comfort or service and adventure. Which one will you be more proud of when you're 90 years old?
Well, could you tell me one more time? My bad.
Would you choose ease or comfort or service and adventure? Which one would you be more proud of yourself when you're 90 years old?
I don't know.
Like ease and comfort would be like just
Nah, for sure
something
not that
easy,
one. For sure not that one. But
something
I don't
easy,
know.
you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Or if you're an entrepreneur, you have to service.
Yeah.
You have to. You're in the.
Yeah.
Industry to service people.
Because you're asking as an entrepreneur. That's why I was like, oh,
Right.
Well, for them, yeah. But like
Yeah.
me, I don't see myself as an entrepreneur. I guess.
Yeah, and then service and
Yeah.
adventure, because entrepreneurship is an adventure.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster for
It's
sure.
it's a hell of a ride.
Yeah. I think too. Like it's okay to not want to be an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you guys might disagree, But I think it's okay. Like I heard some dude online, he was saying that like he has multi-million dollar companies, and some of his people, his editors for his videos or like managers that he has, they make like $200,000-$300,000 a year, and they're living really fucking good. And he says that they don't have all the headaches that he has. They don't have to worry about all the people he has to worry about. They don't have to, like when he said COVID shut down, he was still taking care of all his employees, healthcare, all this shit. The other people, they were fucking they didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? That's dope as fuck. Like, I want to do it, but if not, like, I think what they're doing is super fucking cool too.
Yeah.
They're still making fucking good ass money, and they don't have all that fucking stress. They come in, knock out the video, fucking go home, enjoy their lives with their family, and that's totally fine.
And that's where the time management comes in as being I guess in that aspect of business owner.
Yeah.
You have to delegate stuff, bro. You have to trust others to do the jobs that you want to do.
Yeah.
Because we all feel like if it's not me, it can't be done right.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think we all feel that way. Like, but when you're a successful business owner, you have to take a seat back, bro.
Yeah.
And you have to let others, it's called delegating. You have to give others a role.
Yeah,
hey, you're in
yeah,
charge
yeah.
of this. You're in charge of this. That way you don't have that stress and headache. You know what I'm saying?
The same dude too, he said like, you still have to know how to do it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So it's like from the ground up, you're gonna have to, in the beginning, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to, before you delegate,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of fucking headache because you're gonna have to do all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like accounting and all that, because how are you gonna trust your accountant to do the right thing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Taking
saying?
out your money.
You have to know how to do the accounting job before you hire somebody to do it to verify, hey, you're kind of fucking me over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, for example, us doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, we had to delegate the editing
Yeah.
at first.
Yeah.
Right? We didn't want to pay for it because obviously anybody could charge us and overcharge us.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're not going to pay a certain amount per episode. You know what I mean? We're trying to do so many episodes. We don't got the budget for that yet, right? But you had to learn how to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
You had to learn how
Still
to do
learning,
it.
yeah.
Still learning.
Yeah.
You know, but we're in that stage.
Yeah.
Where we're figuring it out ourselves.
Yeah.
And then later down the road, if we do want to pay somebody, you know exactly how much time it takes.
Yeah.
You know how much of a headache it is. You know what program they have to use. And like you said, you can maybe even teach them how to do it and then pay them. So you can take that away from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that,
it's
or
just an
I could
example.
get good at it and I could start charging people.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like that dude was saying.
And then you become an entrepreneur.
Because or
now
you
you're
hire me for his company. Like, hey, man, I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars to edit X amount of videos. I wouldn't consider that entrepreneur.
I think so because you're getting paid for your talent. You're getting paid for something, your knowledge.
Nah, but still, I'm saying like if it's a contract type of deal, like I'm going to pay you so many X amount of dollars for X amount of videos you do. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm contracted with that company to do it. I would say I work for them. It's still a good job and I work at my own time maybe or whatever, my own schedule. But I'm saying I wouldn't consider that entrepreneur. What about you? You're kind of quiet over there and shit. I'm curious what you think.
I'm trying to figure. Can we
Did I not make sense?
Can we come
Bro,
back?
I see it like, let's just,
Come back to me in a little
Okay.
bit.
I say, like, for example, if you still have your job,
Yeah.
like, okay, it just depends. Do you still have your job, your regular job, and still
no,
doing that
like
on
that's
the
your
side?
full-time job.
Okay, now that's your full-time job, then now you got yourself
Like I'm saying,
another-
you make enough money for that to cover your living expenses and live happy, like
Okay.
comfortably.
I thought you meant like still having your job and then, you know,
Nah.
doing your own little business on the side because you can create an LLC,
Yeah.
like, you know, Damage to Savage Editing.
Yeah.
And now they're paying Damage to Savage Editing, and Damage to Savage Editing pays you.
No, yeah. I think that's different though than how I guess I meant to say it. I meant to say it like, let's say he has his own company, make some shit up.
Fuck, I don't know.
Lupus fucking burritos or wherever the fuck, and he wants me to edit commercials for him, and I work directly with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna pay you X amount for every commercial you do and pictures of the food you take.
But
Like I'm not going to a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm saying, hey, I'm the editor and you got LLC, Damage LLC.
Yeah.
It's different if I'm just like, this who hired me. You get what I'm saying?
But why cap yourself with just the burrito man when you can go with the tortilla lady also?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because if I make good enough money with them and I'm cool, not everybody wants entrepreneurship. That's what I'm saying. I don't want the stress of dealing with somebody else and having to worry about that shit. I could just be like, oh, I'm cool right here. I make fucking X amount of money to live, pay all my bills, and I'm cool. I don't want extra work.
Okay, so do you think that?
I think that's okay. Is what I'm saying.
So do you think entrepreneurship in this little small talk that we're just saying, you think it's a numbers game? Like if it's just one, then it's not entrepreneurship. But if you got multiples, then it's entrepreneurship.
Somewhat, well, people want to, entrepreneurs just want to expand, I think.
Right.
The whole goal is to expand.
Yeah.
I think. So somewhat, yeah.
Because a lot of people, they create a business. For example, I have a friend. She had a women's clothing boutique, but she was giving herself a job. She had to work every single day. She had to be there in order, to turn on the lights, open the doors. Customers only wanted to buy from her. She had a business partner, but she was the one they wanted to come buy the clothes from because she was the stylist and everything, The day that she left on vacation, she came back, there was no sales. So I think a business entrepreneurship is something that could function even if you step away. You know what I mean? Something that can still generate if you happen to step away. You can, let's just say a family passes away, you have to travel somewhere, or you just want to travel somewhere. Business still has to run no matter where you're at. To me, I think that's the ultimate entrepreneurship, bro, where you can still generate passive income. And that was my whole get with opening a franchise, like a McDonald's franchise. That was just an example, but meaning you don't have to be there for revenue to come into your pocket.
Yeah.
So if you build something like that has a system, you don't have to always be breaking your head and building a drone. Because I have another friend that builds drones and he has his own drone company and all that stuff. He's a genius. Yeah. And to me, he's an entrepreneurship too, right? Because he builds the drone, flies the drones. He has a drone company, so, but he has a lot more on his plate, that. But it's one of those things he has to be there present in order for it to run. So, but yeah, man, entrepreneurship, it's a hell of a word.
I think too, like when you see the people online, the big entrepreneurs, they don't want to even take time off, even when their family passes away. Yeah. Like they're fucking crazy obsessed with it, where they want to I think that's kind of different from a business owner too. Yeah. Because like they want to max that shit out to the max, no days off. Like I don't want a fucking vacation. Yeah. Some of the dudes, I'm pretty sure you follow them online too, right?
Yeah, no. And again, it just depends. What are you obsessed with? Are you here for the money or are you here for...
Well, I guess to me, entrepreneurship, they are obsessed with this shit. They have to be.
That's what I'm saying.
I look at it, I look at it different.
Because let's, for example, if I told you, hey, I know an entrepreneur, but he makes only $60,000 a year. But then I tell you, I know this business owner that makes, $1 million a year. Who would you rather be?
Depends what are the visions, like you said.
But who would you rather be, the entrepreneur that is going to make $60,000 that year, or the guy that made $1 million?
Because the entrepreneur, they can be making more. But if they're growing, if they're like the entrepreneur I'm picturing in my head, you get what I'm saying?
But see what I'm saying? But it depends on some people answer. I want to be the guy that makes $1 million.
I wouldn't just go for $1 million.
But that's again, it depends on some people, because like I said, some people that are entrepreneurs only make $60,000 and that's all they're making, but they're okay with that.
It goes back to Shark Tank. How many motherfuckers made $60,000 and then they go pitch that shit or sell that shit? They made 10 mil.
But what I'm saying is that those entrepreneurs, they're not there because they want to make billions and millions. They're there because they want their product. Yeah, so they're okay making that $60,000 that year, because at the end of the day, they earned that themselves. They made it themselves. Yeah. That's what they made. Nobody came in. They didn't need anybody else. Yeah. As where the person that says, I'll take the guy that makes $1 million. Well, yeah, then you just want the easy route. You don't.
I think the reality of it too, it's not just $1 million. You're going to be on a fucking yacht, Lamborghini, fucking fancy ass dinners. Like, it's not really that lifestyle.
But it's different. But I'm saying is, you don't consider that person an entrepreneur because you already, you know what I'm saying? The entrepreneur is the guy that's making the $60,000 and he's okay with making that money. Yeah. The guy that's making...
I don't think so though. That's what I'm saying. I think like if you're a real entrepreneur, you're going to want to expand. You're going to want to make more than 60. Yeah. That's what you might make right now. Yeah. But you're gonna have to. For me, but you're gonna have that dog. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. So, but you have that entrepreneur mindset. Is what I'm getting at. Like, you have that entrepreneur.
That's what I see.
But some people will automatically say, "No, I want the $1 million. I'll take that $1 million job."
Well, then
it's stable. I have other people to do it for me.
To me, they're not an entrepreneur. Yeah. To me.
No. Yeah. Shit, I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. And like you said, it's not for everybody. Some people will say, you know what, I'll take that $1 million because someone else will do this for me, and I'll do that for them, and that's it. I got to worry less, and like you said, it's less stress free. And then someone's like, I'd rather earn my $60,000 and gamble it, and if I make it, I make it, and I'm gonna keep on going till I make it. Yeah. So, but you have that mindset. That's what I'm saying. Some people won't have that mindset. Yeah. For them, it's that quick.
Because I think you get a mental satisfaction too of accomplishing a goal, and overcoming challenges.
That stripe. I messed up here, but you know what?
I fucked up. I jumped that hurdle. This order came to me all fucked up. But somehow I fucking pulled some shit out of my ass and made it work. I made the phone calls I made to make whatever, and I made it work.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. That's part of like having the dog mentality, the challenge, fucking over. That's what we're here for in life, to overcome challenges. I think.
Like you said not everybody though, but yeah.
Nah, not everybody. The average
But if you're on the
people.
podcast though,
if you got this fucking far,
you should be here for that.
Yeah, you should fucking
For the most part.
Yeah, make sure you like it too.
Yeah.
And let us know what you guys think in the comments about entrepreneurship. What's your guys' definition and your point of view?
Yeah, because I also think entrepreneurship is doing things that others won't dare to do.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to take leaps. We have to take chances. You have to trust your instinct.
Yeah.
You have to fail and be able to be okay with yourself with failing and get back up. Because most entrepreneurs, they fail, bro. Like they said, 8 out of 10 fail in the first 18 months. So back in 2016, there was a record-breaking number that I think there was so many businesses that were created every single hour in 2016, and then the world shut down. Then everyone started creating businesses because they started working from home.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
You know
That shit was
what I'm
dope.
saying?
That shit's dope as fuck.
So it's yeah. Do me a favor, bro. Search the definition of entrepreneurship.
A person who organizes and operates a business or businesses taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. A promoter. Another definition is a promoter in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
That's what it says.
Okay.
What you think about that? You agree? You don't agree? Was it what you were expecting? You're kind of quiet.
Read it again.
Damn, I'm not good at reading, dog. Put me on the spot.
You did great.
Entrepreneur, a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses, taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. By the way, we need a Jamie up in here like in Joe Rogan's. Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah.
Until then, we got the Mac though.
Right,
Yo, Robert, pull it up, Robert.
Mac, pull it up,
Oh,
Mac.
there you go, Mac. There you go.
So what you think about that?
So yeah, you have to take risk. You have to be willing to gamble.
Was it what you were expecting to hear though, or no? Because you kind of like quiet.
No. Just about. I was trying to listen and process it.
My bad.
Yeah, you have to take risk. You have to become an entrepreneur. Like you have to have some source of income. If that's a regular job, working at McDonald's, Big Five, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you have to utilize that money to create something, and you're risking it. You're risking it all. That's an entrepreneur is risking your last dollar for your vision.
Yeah.
You have to have a vision and a goal and a product. I think the bigger the problem that you solve, the bigger result that you'll get in return, because the more people that you can impact, that's just you're creating you're making something to give the other person value. You know what I mean? For example, there was a lady by the name of Linda, and I think she was a teacher, and she made a website called lynda.com, and she had it so all her students could like upload their homework and all their stuff, all their projects into her website, so she can be able to manage it all. Later on down the road, she sold her website to LinkedIn. So it went from lynda.com to LinkedIn.educational or something like that. And she sold it for like 1-point-something billion, bro.
Damn.
She became a billionaire from like just putting like an idea together, like, all this could be in one place.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn took over, and then boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That, I thought that was amazing. Like,
Hell yeah.
And that's an entrepreneur. She solved a problem.
Yeah.
And she gave value to people, the world, and she got compensated for it.
Yeah.
In a big amount.
But did she plan all that? Was
mean,
that her intention, or she just kind of got like?
Yeah.
I think there's some people who do hit the lottery and it's perfect timing, and just that 0.1% that like, damn, motherfucker took off. Like, I don't know. Like,
my opinion. I mean, I don't know. We would have to maybe research.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
I feel like there's some people that they do create shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, some shit just fucking took
But
off.
I think she started it without an intention. She just started it with, how can it help me?
Yeah.
And then by you doing the how can it help me, then you start to realize, how can I help others? So she was thinking her others as her students. And then she further thought, like, if it's helping me and my students, probably could help a lot more teachers and more students.
But do you think she was there for the money the whole time, though? Or was she there for the idea?
Well, we don't know. I mean,
it's just a question. Like, what do you think was she there because she saw?
I think she was there for the idea.
For the idea?
The money follows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The money follows. If you can solve a big problem, the money will follow, bro. Like you don't have to we don't have to chase the money.
Yeah.
The money will follow if you solve enough problems.
But I think too, like you said, follow. Like if you're waiting to look back for the money, like, oh, here it comes, it's following. That's kind of like chasing it in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know the way it sounds when he's like, oh, follow, like it's gonna come. Just keep. You don't worry.
Yeah.
But some people, they keep looking back.
Like us right now. We're not getting many views, but we're continue doing it. You know, we're not just continue searching and like, oh, we're not getting enough followers. We're gonna stop doing it. We're still doing it.
Yeah,
and then maybe one day it'll go viral, and then maybe YouTube will pay us.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just.
Even if it don't, I've said though, even if it don't,
Right.
like I'm here for fucking like, as long as I'm adding value to some people's life,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it and shit.
Yeah. If we can help 1-2 people out there, you know, friends, family, strangers,
For sure.
and you know,
sure.
change their mindset a little bit. You know, what I mean, maybe steer them in the right path to what they're trying to do, or you know, that's perfectly fine for us because at the end of the day, we're helping each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we can't, if we don't help each other, we can't help other people. Same thing like that lady Linda. She couldn't help herself. She couldn't help her students.
Yeah.
And then she couldn't help herself or his students. She wouldn't be able to help now LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You know, so I just thought it was a hell of
That's dope.
a story.
Yeah. Because for me, like, money's cool. Obviously, like, the world runs off my fucking money. We all need money, right?
Yeah.
I'd be bullshitting if I said that.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
care about it. But at the end of the day, I think the reason I am part of the podcast is to, like, show somebody how to unlock pieces of the brain they didn't even fucking know. Like, that is, to me, is priceless.
Yeah.
Because I did it for myself. So if I could do that for other people,
Yeah.
that's like, oh, fuck $1 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a good example, bro.
Thank you.
You're a very good
Yeah,
example.
and even
you know?
me, I could unlock pieces of my fucking brain doing this shit too. It's
No,
like,
absolutely.
why
Like,
not
like
fuck-
right now, you're exploring more of the
Yeah, for sure.
entrepreneurship. You know,
For
what
sure.
it feels like, what we think about it,
Yeah.
what you think. Maybe you're opening your mind into it a little more. But I just think, you know, you have to do what scares you.
Oh, yeah.
You have to do what scares you the most because what scares you the most is what you need to do the most.
Yeah.
You know, so
And they say, like, I remember hearing, and I did it for a while too. So, like, if your brain tells you to go left, like as a metaphor, I guess, tells you to go left, then you go right because that fear, right? Like, say if there's a crowd of people, you don't want to walk by them or you don't want to interact or whatever it may be, or like, I don't want to fucking
Social anxiety and shit. Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah, you automatically, like, I've done that for, I remember I was like, when I was on my self-development, reading certain books, and I was like, you know what? I heard it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking do that. So about a couple of weeks, like, whatever I didn't want to fucking do,
yeah.
I told myself in my head, like, you're a fucking bitch, go do that shit.
Yeah.
Even if it was a girl, like, I see that girl, like, oh, I'm going to ask her out, like, nah, fuck, you're a fucking bitch, go do
Right
it.
now I got to go do it. 'cause
Whatever
my mind-
whatever
yeah.
it was. Even if it was like, damn, I didn't want to ask for that day off, I might not get it. Fuck,
Yeah.
why you being a bitch? Go do it now. Now you have to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to run. I already ran today. Nah, I really shouldn't because, you know, it's going to overtrain or whatever the fuck. You're a bitch. Go do it.
Yeah.
Like, if my shit told me to go left, I automatically had to go towards it.
Yeah. I
Like
don't
that
think,
attack mindset.
yeah,
and
I don't
shit.
think we should second guess the second guess, right? So like
Yeah.
the second guess is that negative talk,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
scare. So once, because we all get it,
Yeah.
it all talks to us. But I don't think we should second guess that. Like
Yeah.
you're saying,
It's hard.
immediately,
It's
if you-
hard.
If you hear it, if you feel it, like go the opposite
Yeah.
route. Like it's burn your bridges.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those things. Burn your bridges, like because there's no going back.
And it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
You start doing that shit, becomes a habit, and the vice versa. If your brain tells you to go left, and you start going right, that becomes a habit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you think about that?
I think so. I think
Have
you're
you,
right.
could you relate to that? Has that ever,
When I have
like, you didn't want something you didn't want to do, and then you basically like told yourself you're a bitch, and then did it? Like, caught yourself like, you know what? I'm fucking scared of this, but that's why I have to do it.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What time?
Mostly the running part. I that's relatable. Like I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I'm like fuck. I don't want to do it. It's cold as shit. And I was like, oh, fuck it, do it. Just go do it.
Yeah.
Like what's the worst that can happen? Like
Well, I mean, it could be.
deep trip or something. But besides that, I mean, just
Yeah.
go out and do it. So yeah, like stuff like that. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
it.
and then you feel better after. It
'Cause I
becomes
did
a
it.
habit. It becomes a habit.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
After a while, you're just like, it's not so fucking bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you feel better. I think you feel better after.
How about jumping in a pool and learning how to swim?
Oh, I've been doing that. I've been doing
Yeah,
that.
right.
I've been doing. Swear to God.
I thought you were gonna say cold showers. Have you guys ever done that?
Oh man, yeah, it's not easy. Hell no, it's not easy. You know, and you know, even doing the ice baths.
Yeah.
Or you know, that's my next thing, and
Okay.
that's maybe something we should maybe invest in
Yeah,
and have
yeah,
it
yeah.
here and dip in and have
Yeah.
a ice cold, for a minute or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, turning your shower all the way cold for
in the wintertime, dog. That's just different when like anybody could do it in the summertime. Homie.
Yeah.
Right now, it's spring.
In the summertime feels good.
Homie,
that's all you want.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. That ain't shit.
Yeah.
You do that shit in the wintertime.
Yeah, or even right now,
Nah, right now ain't shit, dog.
Yeah.
For me.
All the way cold.
All the way cold.
Okay.
Once you do it in the winter, dog.
Yeah.
I was doing it, and probably 3 weeks into it, I went to go visit my family out of state in New Mexico, and that shit was fucking snowing. And I'm like, I ain't no bitch. Mm-hmm. So I fucking took a cold ass shower.
Sheesh.
I didn't stop shaking till like 30 minutes, an hour after, dog. I was like, fuck, I wonder if I got hypothermia, my dumb ass and shit. Yeah, I only did it one time, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But that shit's cold, that shit's different. Then I came back here, I did it, I was like, this shit ain't shit.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a mindset you already programmed yourself. I did it over there, over here.
Yeah, I don't do it right now. I'm not,
At least you're honest about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember.
I
remember you going through that phase though. You're like, I'm gonna go take a cold shower and be like, the fuck.
Yeah, and it was cold as fuck.
Yeah,
it'd be raining outside, fucking windy, and I'm taking cold showers, and people think I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah, and I think for anybody that hasn't been doing it,
experienced
or
it,
like do it and set yourself like a timer, like count to 10 seconds. See if you can do 10 seconds.
I think there's even people that do it. They put it cold for like 30 seconds or a certain amount of seconds, and then they put it warm or some shit to kind of get used to it.
Yeah, what I do, I do kind of like a, I guess like an average, like not too cold while I'm showering. Then before I get out, I get out, I try to do at least 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
Whatever you can withhold. So if you want to start at 10 seconds and then increase that, you know what I mean, as you go. But try to get to that 1 minute and just, you know what I mean, like breathe in, breathe out, like relax yourself. Because like you said, when it's cold, I don't know if you've heard, but it helps with inflammation, your immune system. And it not only that, it triggers like different brain waves. Turn on because the body's always like on a fight or flight mode.
Yeah.
So it turns on like different systems in you where it's like, oh damn, something's happening. Like you activate your cells.
That's what I was gonna say. The first time I ever did it, dog, I was like a little bitch.
Yeah.
I fucked up. I touched the water and I was like, fuck, no, I don't want to go in. So I'm over here like, fuck. I hopped in, shaking, fucking like it was tough, right? I was even saying like, fuck this shit, you're a dumbass to myself. Probably about 3-4 days later, fucking stone cold, fucking just walk up in there like nothing, dog. Mm-hmm. No fucking noise, no hard breathing, no nothing. That shit was like, I was like, fuck, this is fucking crazy how my body just adapted to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just last year, bro, I went to Sequoia National Forest and I dipped in on one of the river streams there. I have a video on my Instagram when I did it. And I was at work. I couldn't pass up the opportunity. I was like, I have to do it. Went found a parking spot, got down there, climbed down, took off my clothes. I was just in boxers, and I dipped in, bro.
Yeah.
And that was so cold. Like, I didn't think it was going to be that cold because, I don't know, but it was really cold, bro. And I think I did it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It felt so good. I felt like grounded. I felt like in touch with
alive,
the earth.
Homie.
Yeah.
You felt alive.
Yeah.
You need that blood rush or some shit. Like,
you could see me shaking in the video, bro. Yeah. I'm like shaking. I'm like, dang.
You need to do that discomfort shit because like every day, little by little, because comfort breeds weakness.
Yeah.
And the when you're in like a weak environment, it's easy to forget.
Yeah.
And that's just normal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I have 6 bullet points of what's called the 6 counter conventional rules of entrepreneurship. And this guy was talking about that you have to have the yes we can mentality. So that's rule number 1, the yes we can. Like, for example, if you have, whatever business that you have and then like a new order comes up, a new client's asking you for certain things like, hey, can you do this? You can't say like, I've never done it. I don't think I can. Or no, we can't because we've never done it. You have to say, yes, we can and figure it out. That's the first rule of entrepreneurship. Yes, we can. The second one is...
I think, though, too, people got to be careful with that one, too, not to say just yes, yes, yes. And because a lot of people do that shit, I think, right?
Yeah, you have to...
What you smiling over there for?
No, because you're like, oh, you don't say no, you can't do it. But I'm like, there's some shit that I'm like...
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, some people...
Like, hey, operate on this guy. No.
Like, some people might hear it,
Yeah.
And they might just say yes all the time because they're scared to say no.
Yeah.
But I think some people respect when you say no because you're being honest. And like you said, you want to say, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I don't think everybody is going to see that or hear it, and they might take it the wrong way.
I mean, you have to come through.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't agree to something that you know you're not going to be able to.
But I think there's
follow
some
through.
shit people can't come through.
Yeah.
So then if you tell them, yes, I'm going to figure it out, and you don't, then you look like you're full of shit.
But you know what?
Right?
But most entrepreneurs are full of shit because they fail.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like most entrepreneurs are full of shit because
I don't think so.
And I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in a good
yeah.
way. Because they try to, let's just say an entrepreneurship that try to make this glass.
Yeah.
How many times did that glass break on him?
Yeah.
Before he got the right curve, before he got the right shape, and before probably broke on him so many times, and it made him look like a fool to whoever was standing next to him.
But it's different than him doing that than him promising somebody, I'm gonna make you this glass like this, like this, like this. Then you look like a fucking fool.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing it, it's
Like I see what you're saying. Like if you're trying to build the world's best bottle, of course you're gonna break a shitload of bottles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he's saying like, hey, I
Don't
make
be
bottles.
proud, yeah.
I make bottles, but hey, can you make me a fucking treehouse? Yes, I can. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, the fuck you can't.
Oh yeah. I mean,
That's
it
what
has
he-
to
that's
be,
what he's saying.
No,
Yeah.
and my bad. Yeah, and it has to be within your niche.
Yeah.
It has to be within. Yeah,
But I think some people might misunderstand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I can't say no. I have to say yes no matter what.
Yeah, you
It's
can't be
like-
a mechanic and then try to make a wedding cake.
Or it's like a edit. If I'm trying to be an editor,
know what I mean?
Yeah, you could try. It's gonna be fucked up.
yeah,
probably, but
if
yeah.
I'm trying to be an editor, and then if somebody asks me to do photography, I'm like, yeah, I don't know how, but I could do that. And the pictures come
Yeah.
out all fucked up. I look
Yeah.
like a jackass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? The way I see it too, you can find somebody that knows how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can be that dot connector.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. And you go find the best photographer that you know.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And you're like,
That's true.
And you're the plug.
Yeah.
And people look up to you because you're the plug. You're
Yeah.
like, damn, this fool, like anything I need, he's got me.
Yeah.
Like he knows somebody. You don't have to know it all, but you have to have the resources.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's another part of entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
knowing your resources and having the resources.
But that's like telling them too, like, I don't know who could do that, but I'm gonna find somebody who can do it.
Yeah.
I think instead of saying I'm gonna do it
Yeah,
and
no,
have
yeah.
pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. No. I
Because
get.
you're quiet over there, dog.
No.
sure
I'm
you
just saying what you guys are
Oh,
saying.
okay. You're not okay.
I mean, I'm also watching the podcast at the same time
Oh,
happen. You know what I'm saying?
I
No,
see
no,
that.
no. Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I see what he's saying. I'll get this a lot sometimes from some of my customers. They'll be like, "Hey, do you know who does this?" And if I don't know, I won't say that oh yeah, I know someone, and look somebody up. If I tell them no, I don't, because I'm not gonna false inform them just to make myself look good later on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I don't, and then fucking pull my phone up. Oh, who's a good fucking person? If I know the person, like you said, if I have the network,
Yeah.
yes, I'll do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll say, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I know this.
They have the experience.
But
too.
if
work
they-
ethic and
I
all.
had some guy ask me one time, hey, do you know this dude like that? Because he had a really special car that works with like special paint. And I was like, I know a couple painters, but none that specialize with that paint. So I don't want to give. I'd rather tell you I don't
Yeah.
than you fucking send you somewhere else.
Honesty goes a long way
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
So-
you can't bullshit them.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it just depends on the situation. If you have the network, but you have to be able to say I vouch for those people.
Yeah.
Not just say, oh yeah, well so and so, yeah, they do a good job because you heard it
They're
from
taking your recommendation.
yeah,
and
you
shit,
from 3 other fucking people from down the road, and it's like, yeah, well I know him. I
Or
have
you
his
seen
number.
that shit on Google and shit.
Yeah, so no, it's like if I'm gonna tell you I know somebody that can, it's because I know that and I would go
Yeah.
to them for that. If
Yeah.
I wouldn't, then why would I tell you to go there just to look good or get the sale? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's me. That's just me. Like, but again, you have to have the network too sometimes.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with that too.
Yeah. And I feel like a good entrepreneur should have a good network of people that they
yeah.
know and trust, and because anybody that you do business with should be able to do business with you and help others too. You know what I mean? So like anywhere, like for example, you're a barber,
Yeah.
right? Like
I haven't seen him in a minute. Yeah.
right. But would you recommend your barber?
Fuck yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
I can be like, hey, Robert, I need a haircut. You're not going to be like, I got you.
Yeah.
Sit on the chair. I'm going to cut you up right now.
Yeah.
But you're going to say, I got you. Here's my homie. Here's his
Yeah,
number.
yeah.
This is when he's there.
But I can't say if I don't have one, I can't be like, oh yeah, I got one.
Just to look good.
Let me go look one. Or
Yeah,
or-
no. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
But I'm
'cause
saying
that'd
like
make you look bad.
I think that could be misinterpreted when you say like, how it could be misinterpreted. I think to some people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, what's the next one? I'm curious on the next one.
And the next one is problems versus product. So don't be focused on creating a new product. Be focused on fixing a problem. So for example, they gave an example of like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola made the original Coca-Cola, which is a great seller, right?
Everybody knows it, yeah.
Everyone
Household
knows it.
name.
Yeah.
But then they try to make cherry Coca-Cola, vanilla Coca-Colas, and whatever other ones.
Yeah.
And they're not a big hit like the original, right? So it's more finding a way to solve a problem versus trying to make more products and more products. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to make a new product. Maybe you just have to tweak the product on how it can help somebody else. And on one of those examples they gave for like a surgeon that they were using, a brain surgeon, they were using a certain pick, and a certain material on the pick, like the tip was sticking onto like the brain cells and stuff like that. So then he created one that it didn't do that. Mm-hmm. So now he was able to help the surgeons with a certain instrument that already existed, but he just changed it up a little bit. You know what I mean? So
He fixed the problem.
He fixed the problem, bro.
Yeah.
So and it made him a millionaire. You know, a simple idea. Oh shit, let's change the tip.
Yeah. What you think? That's the one you wanted to know about?
No, I was curious what the next one was going on. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
Yeah. And the next one was ask for the cash and ride the float. Ask for the cash, ride the float. And the example on that one was Tesla. Like Tesla, when they came out with the 100, you might have known this, you might have read this on the magazine because he reads car magazines. So
I'm just waiting to see what comes up.
when they came out with the 100 Roadsters, you're familiar with those?
Yeah.
The Roadsters that Tesla made?
So that they haven't delivered yet. But yeah.
Don't be lying either.
Yeah, they haven't actually.
Oh, they haven't even.
No, they haven't. No.
All right, so check this
Empty
out.
promises so far. But go ahead.
So they made
All entrepreneurs are bullshit. He's fucking bullshit. Motherfucker.
So they made 100 of those.
Okay.
And then, I'm sorry, they sold 100 of those before they even made 100 of those. And the way they sold it, they created a convention. I think it was out here in California, and they invited people that 1, cared for the environment, 2, had money, and 3, thought it would be cool to have the newest Roadster Tesla in their garage, right? So they invited, that was a group of people they invited. They asked for $100,000 for each one of these vehicles up front. So let's just say we went, I spend $100,000 up front without even having the car. You spend $100,000, you spend $100,000. 100 people did that, and that made $10 million. So that gave them the capital to be able to produce these.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things like have people invest and then use the investment to create.
Yeah.
So that was just a genius idea that Tesla has been doing from the beginning. And after that, they used that money to create the Model 3. And they did the same thing.
But not the Roadster.
But not the Roadster.
So it's genius fucking people over $100,000 kind of.
Well, it's coming.
What you think?
That one's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Because
Sounds like they fucked everybody over.
you're bullshitting people on that one. If that you said ask for the cash and then ride or whatever into the sunset is what I took it as. But
Yeah.
Because they take for example what was that, the Tesla truck,
Cybertruck?
the Cybertruck, yeah. That was on like for a long ass time. A lot of people pre-ordered and put, you know what they wanted one.
hype and
yeah,
shit,
and then
But it came through.
after how long?
But it came through.
But after how long?
Don't matter. It came through.
No, yeah, but if I'm giving you $100,000, I want to know when, because you said they put $100,000, right?
Yeah.
It depends too. They gave them a deadline. If they just said whenever, I don't know how that should work.
Right.
But again,
You know what I mean? Like if you're saying
if you want people to bank on your product, Tesla can do that because they have the backing of Tesla. Like, okay, what's a Tesla? They're gonna
the brand, yeah, everybody.
Yeah, and
it's a status symbol.
Yeah, it's fucking equivalent to an iPhone or the Mac. That's the car.
More
iPhone of
because
cars.
you're getting one that only 100 are made, and people don't even get invited. That's a super status symbol.
Yeah, so it's one of those where like they can do that, but the average Joe can't. I can't tell you, hey, give me $100,000, I'm gonna give you a car.
These people just want to get invited.
But
and shit.
obviously, as an example, with let's just say you create a cup. Why is that cup better? And you're going to sell us on why that cup is better, and you're going to ask for our initial investment, and then you just have to deliver the cup.
And if I don't,
Then.
but you see, like I said, it's one of those where like the way that example was put out. Like the first one is you said, here's 100,000, like take the cash.
Yeah.
So not everybody is has that extra cash. I see what you're saying though, where you're like invest in a product, but
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like Elon Musk, a lot of us didn't know about him not too long ago.
No.
A lot of people didn't know what Tesla was along. So what I'm saying is he also started with just a regular product. You know what I mean? Like just not a lot of people having that trust, and they still don't.
Yeah,
there's still a lot of people that you talk to. They're like, I wouldn't drive a Tesla.
I wouldn't. I don't like that
wouldn't
shit.
drive an electric
For the
car.
record, fuck Tesla.
Yeah, but he had the money for it before he started.
Yeah.
So since I'm pretty sure you're aware, he is the one that made PayPal. He's one of the main people for
Shit,
PayPal.
that shit's old as fuck too.
Exactly. So it's
He's
not.
been-
It's
I
not
heard
like he.
he's
It's
been-
not like he
he's had
came.
money a while, right?
Yeah. It's not like he came out of nowhere. It's,
We just heard about him.
We just heard about him because of Tesla, but
Right.
he's been around and he's had that money. So he already had that strong financial backing to start something. Because the Roadster that he announced in his thing wasn't the first time he announced a Roadster. If you go back, or if you ever go to one of the car museums that are here in LA, the Pearson, they have his cars there in display. He's already made those before, so there was that like, okay, he's made it before, and he already had money and proved that he made it.
Yeah.
Versus someone that comes out saying, "Hey, I'm gonna make a car, but I got
And
nothing."
one of us coming out, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, here's
Trying to sell you hopes and dreams and shit.
yeah. So
Well, it's obviously in a different scale.
Yeah.
You have to be on your own scale. Obviously, we're not going to promise people that we're going to freaking make a Tesla truck for them, you know,
Yeah.
if we don't have the experience or
Yeah.
the resources. I guess you still have to be within your boundaries for sure.
I think that third one is more for people that are trying to, I guess, invest. I guess like
it could
that
be
they're
for- it
that
could
they're
be-
willing to separate their I guess their product. Because once you start asking for investors, you have to split your shares.
What is that shit called? I've seen that shit on Shark Tank.
They become partners.
The
They're like partners, or they.
the stock or whatever, right?
Yeah,
The
you're
fucking-
yeah, because so now your cup
The shares and all that shit.
That's where, and some people aren't okay with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
You know, and
Yeah.
that's one of those where you have to make that decision. But yeah, like I said, a cup, but the cup, you don't know the whole cup now. You own a quarter of the cup or 3/4 of the cup. Some
Yeah.
people don't want that.
Yeah.
Some people would rather say, fuck it, I'll figure it out.
For example, in our avenue, doing the podcast, we can gather maybe 10 to 15 people that believe in us,
Yeah.
that want us to succeed, that wants to see this grow, and they can, help us out with $100 each. And that $100 each will help us get, product, instruments, or whatever
Yeah.
is needed, and then we pay them back once we generate, that income back. So it's just having somebody trusting in you and your product or what your service is. So it could be in any avenue. It doesn't have to be obviously something crazy as
Yeah.
$100,000 vehicle that they haven't seen.
I
But,
think even
yeah.
in the small one though, I wouldn't like if I'm starting something small too. I wouldn't, like you said, have, because then people have part ownership or part say so and shit too.
Well, they don't have to have ownership. That's what I'm saying. It's depending how you deliver it.
Yeah.
You can ask for a loan, but you can ask for a loan, I guess, from the person. Hey, loan me fucking, I don't know, $20.
That's why I like I've been listening to a lot of Nipsey Hussle
Yeah.
because he talks about that shit.
Yeah.
Like cut out the middleman.
Yo, for sure.
Like don't do the record label shit. Like he might not make as much or have to work harder, but he's getting his full fucking return.
Yeah.
Instead of these other rappers that they make it seem like they got a shitload of fucking money. Don't cry, fool. It's all right. and they really don't.
Tesla, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're gonna be an entrepreneur, do that shit all the way and invest in yourself. Like you should be the one to invest in yourself if you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even like you said, if it's $100, then you could probably get another job, cut some fucking grass, wash some cars, fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Before you, I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, and the fifth bullet point that comes next, you guys might not agree. I kind of don't agree either. I mean, just based because it kind of reflects on the last one that they were talking about. But he says, beg, borrow, but don't steal.
Okay.
So it just like you're not cheating them out of whatever they do, invest in you or your product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and then the very last one is instead of asking permission, beg for forgiveness. Kind of, and the example there was when Uber came up, they ain't go ask the taxi in San Francisco like, "Hey, you think we can?"
Yeah.
They just did it. You know what I mean? And look where they're at now.
Yeah.
And and they might have done shady stuff, or what they might have
Stepped on some toes and shit.
yeah, big time.
Yeah.
But they're still rolling.
Yeah.
And people know them. We know them. I've
Well,
used
they took over, yeah.
I've
They
used
took
the
over.
service.
Yeah.
So I didn't think I thought that's pretty cool that you could press a button, somebody picks you up, and a stranger, it's crazy.
Well, it's the same with Netflix and Blockbuster. It's like the same shit.
Right. It's a paradigm shift.
Yeah.
It's a
That's a
paradigm
big word,
shift.
so I don't know what it means, but it sounds like it.
Paradigm shift is kind of like flip phones.
Yeah.
Now we got, smartphones.
Yeah.
pagers. It went from pagers to, and then like
Yeah.
you said, Blockbuster to Netflix.
Because like Netflix didn't ask, like you said, permission. They kind of just, they might have stepped on some toes.
Yeah.
Well, I think they even tried to give them the idea. They fucked up.
Yeah.
Because they tried to give Blockbuster an idea, and Blockbuster
remember
was
that.
at the top, and they're like, nah, we don't want to fuck with that shit, this and that. And now
Yeah.
Blockbusters ain't fucking.
They're like, all right, we'll do it then.
Yeah.
The same thing with like hotels and Airbnbs.
Yeah.
How many people are doing Airbnbs now? You know
Everybody. I don't know about that shit, but I know everybody does it. I don't
Yeah.
trust that shit. Have
Yeah.
cameras up in the house and shit. Fuck that.
I mean, I've rented out some Airbnbs and it's been a good time, bro.
Yeah.
It's-
Everybody does it. I know everybody fucking does that shit.
Yeah.
It's like
Versus-
the new thing, yeah.
yeah. And it's for the low too. I mean, like you get a
Yeah.
good deal from it versus what a hotel costs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a paradigm. That's called a paradigm shift.
Okay. For sure.
Innovation,
Yeah.
innovating, so that they're solving a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
What's our time, bro?
About an hour.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You got anything else you want to add?
I don't know.
What else? Anything? What about that thing we never went back to?
Which one?
I don't know. You said something. Go back to. You're like, we got to go back to it.
No, I don't remember. No, I was trying to read over his notes. It's hard reading from far away. The second one, or the beg, borrow. What is the other part?
Beg, borrow, but don't steal.
Oh.
This one.
Yeah, I don't know about the begging part.
Why?
I'm not begging.
Why?
I don't like just the way it sounded. Like maybe, like I said, it just sounded weird.
Yeah, well, it's just a word.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
just-
like you can translate that to sell yourself. Instead of begging, you sell yourself. You sell your idea.
Well, no, begging and selling are two different words. But I mean, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just the word you use. That's why I was like
Yeah.
begging. Like if you say sell yourself, I guess
Yeah.
like sell your idea. But begging is like, oh no, give me.
And those were 6
Yeah.
bullet points from a YouTube video that I saw about
Yeah.
entrepreneurship. It was actual TED Talk. You guys know TED Talk?
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen a couple of them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
TED Talk, you know what I mean? They put some of the most bright people,
Yeah.
most successful people, and they give out their.
Do you think? I think some of those are bullshit though.
The TED Talks.
Yeah, I don't know. They just want to hype people up and fucking blow up their fucking mind. And some of them,
It
I've only seen a couple because it doesn't really interest
no,
me.
I've seen a couple here and there. From like back in the days too when they first started. Shit, I think school made us watch them too. I don't know that. Like I said, those points. I don't know who did them. He said some guy, so I don't know who wrote those points. But I would like to know who it is and look more into what
Watch,
he
go YouTube.
like. You know, saying what he does.
Mac,
or
pull
she. Was it he or she? He said guy, right?
It's a guy.
It's a guy. Yeah, just to what I'm saying because
Pull it up, Mac. Let's go.
Come on, Mac.
come on, Mac.
And type in entrepreneurship
I'm just curious.
TED Talk. I should have wrote his name since I was, using some of his bullet points, but
This one right here,
I think it was that one.
old white dude,
Yeah, what's his name?
John Mullins.
Click on him and put it like halfways.
It's gonna fuck up the audio though. They're gonna be able to hear
Just
this
lower
shit.
it. Just lower it.
See.
Or let me just see the screen. Put it on a big screen.
Interesting. I don't know if you should put the audio though.
Yeah, this shit's gonna
Gonna
get
fuck it
fucking
up.
copyrighted and shit.
Yeah.
Why? What happened? What about it?
That's him.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
one. So what's his name? John Mullins?
Yeah, John Mullins.
So it's the 6. He calls it the 6 counter.
I don't
conventional
like him
rules.
just by looking at him. Looks like a shyster. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just
Yeah.
fucking
So
around.
I was trying to get some value for the
Yeah, yeah,
viewers
yeah,
and
yeah.
get some insights. And I know TED Talk. They put some good stuff.
I just think
good
some
facts.
of those, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people can misinterpret shit a lot of
Yeah.
different ways. Me too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm always more of a literal person. Like what you say, I fucking take it as how you say it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not too good on the whole metaphor shit.
Yeah.
You know, people. You know, I'm kind of like, well, you said this though. Well, you fucking said that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I was just curious on who wrote them because I don't know anything about them, so I'm just like,
Yeah. Well, John Mullins.
I'll look him up.
And that's why I think it's all about, it's not what you say, is how you say it. And you have to like keep yourself accountable to your word. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just blah, 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 and then just go chill and not deliver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, you're going to say some shit, like come through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
So,
have the backing of it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Have the evidence that
Yeah.
what you say has some type of fucking value.
for sure, man.
So don't take entrepreneurship from me because I don't know about that shit.
Yeah.
It's just an opinion, guys. It's just a fucking opinion. But
Yeah.
I think that's about it, no?
Yeah. So just in a nutshell,
That's our opinions on it.
Yeah, that's our opinions.
Yeah.
You know, I think everyone has an opinion, and our opinion shouldn't like impact your life like crazy. But at the end of the nutshell, I think that entrepreneur is just having a sense of purpose, a sense of a quest, a mission that you want to accomplish, a problem that you want to solve, and that can help others. You know what I'm saying? I think that's my takeaway on it.
Yeah, for sure. Let us know, you guys. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. If you guys agree with some of us, disagree, what are your guys' opinions of an entrepreneur? If you are one, let us know. You guys could teach us some shit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you? You got anything?
Yeah, no, yeah. Just let us know what you thought. I mean, I'm curious to see from other entrepreneurs what they're taking on, like people that actually are business owners and have are entrepreneurs. That live there and breathe it. I want to see what they have to say, like, or any advice, whatever. Just write it to him or on the comments on the YouTube.
For sure.
And actually, I think we should have an entrepreneur, somebody that wants to come into the show.
Yeah, for sure.
An entrepreneur that they feel that they're entrepreneur, savage at the same time. So we can get their take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just another point of view. And I have a few of you guys in mind, so let's go.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. And make sure you guys give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe. And like I said, let us know in the comments. So hope you guys like the podcast. This is what we're trying to do. We tried it out, just say a word, and we're going to free flow with it, see our opinions on it. Let us know if you guys like it. We'll do it with different ones, different words, come up with different shit. Let us know how you guys like it. Until the next time, make sure you fucking stay away from fucking average. That's the enemy. And stay fucking savage. Peace out, y'all.
That's right.
Peace out, y'all.